What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is my personal favorite current WWE wrestlers. So we're looking at current WWE wrestlers, and this is a personal list on who's my favorite wrestlers for the men's side. Now, I have a men's and women's video coming out. Today is the men's side. Before I do this video and before anything happens, I kind of need to say this is a personal list where your favorites and my favorites can be completely different, but at least we still like WWE. For example, I could have somebody you absolutely don't like. You don't like their character. You don't like them for something else. I don't know what it is, but to me, these are just the people that I like. So we can both disagree on who we like, whatever. It's just, I have some personal videos where it's just like people I like or dream matches that I want. So, yeah, excited to see it. I really think that there's a good chance that people would agree with me, and then there's a good chance that people won't agree with me with some. So here's my top 10, and let's get started with Drew McIntyre. Now, there's different tiers on here. Women's side have 3 tiers. This one has 1 tier where we're going to go through 1 through 10, and I would say a tier depends on something. For example, I would say tier 1, I genuinely care when they win or lose, where I want them to win most of the time. Tier 2 is I like them personally, and if they lose, I don't really care too much. Like, it'll be like I understand for the story. Tier 1, I would say I want them to win almost every time, and I don't care really too much about the story. So at number 10, we have Drew McIntyre. Drew's been a favorite of mine for a little bit now. I would say just his work in the ring and his mic skills and what he does as a heel is gotta be top tier. I hope the best for him in the future, because I'm worried WWE isn't going to book him as well as I would hope so. But he's still one of my top 10. I think was probably higher a while ago, not as much recently. With Drew McIntyre here at number 10. I feel like these videos are also going to be fast because it's just me talking about why I like somebody. CM Punk here at number 9. I remember watching CM Punk as a kid. When I first really got into WWE, CM Punk was my favorite. So he's always going to be in my top 10. Now, he has dropped a little bit because of my list shows I really like the heels, but one of my people I really like, 2 of them, well, really just one of them, I liked when he was really a babyface more. But no, it shows I really like the heels, I guess. But CM Punk is going to be here. I think he'll always be in my top 10. CM Punk is always going to be someone. Now, a lot of the people that's on this list I already have posters on. CM Punk's somewhere where you can't see the poster right now, on this side of the wall, with one other person on this list. But CM Punk, by far one of the best of all time, best in the world, as you would say. Really like him, and I feel like, I don't know, it's the heelish characters that are kind of in-betweeners. Gotta love them. So CM Punk here at number 9. At number 8, we have Trick Williams. When he was Carmelo Hayes' kind of sidekick character, I started to like him. I wanted better for him. I didn't entirely love and fall in love with him. I think I fell in love with him around the time where he started turning on Carmelo Hayes and he started getting storyline, with John Cena and everything. That's when I started getting really invested in Trick Williams, and now here he is today. I hope Trick Williams is one of, if not the best, when it comes down to the roster at some point in the future where WWE roster is treating him as one of the best. Will it happen? I don't know. But again, he's number 8 on this list. He's at tier 2, which means I don't really care too much if he wins or lose. Like, I do want him to succeed and want him to be great, but if he loses certain things, it's not a big deal for me. Number 7, we have Jey Uso. He was way higher on my list. I think from stuff, I will tell you where the turning point for me was when I saw him with the fan and he batted the kid's hand. I was like, oh God. And then, but still one of my favorites. I'm not going to act like he's still not one of my favorites. I think he is a hype guy. He's not in ring, and I do like a lot of the people that I think in ring they are insane or certain things. Jey Uso here at number 2, or at tier 2, number 7. I'm still a Jey Uso guy. I will always say I really like Jey Uso. I don't know if you can see Jey Uso's poster I don't know where it actually is, if you want to be honest with you. Jey Uso is one of the top guys for sure for me, and I think Jey Uso will always be one of the top guys. I think when I started making content was probably when the start of Jey Uso's rise, so I feel like when I started making content, have followed with Jey Uso since then, and it's kind of been like me really being not a part of his rise, but a part of like in real life, in content wise, seeing him keep growing. So I really like Jey Uso, really nice. Same with Gunther, number 6. Liked him when he started doing the IC title reign, but I won't act like I was a big fan of him when he first began with the IC title reign. I just think when it comes down to the future of WWE, he is what I really like, which are these hard-hitting wrestlers that are technical and can make just amazing matches when it comes down to it. Gunther's heel work is insane. He will be the top heel for the company in a long time, in my opinion. I would not be shocked if they never turned him babyface because of how good of a heel he is. He is the ring general. He is going to be a main event player for years to come. I really believe Gunther is better than a lot of people in the ring, and I think he could be the best in the ring for the men's side for sure. And Gunther proves it. And even watching him on the indies when he was Walter, it's just insane the type of work that he puts on. Tier 1, starting off with number 5 at LA Knight. I think I've really come closer to LA Knight because of not getting pushed, and I think seeing his rise from, Eli Drake, why am I forgetting the middle one? Max Dupree. Seeing the rise from there, seeing the rise as becoming, somewhat heel, then becoming babyface, the Battle Royale win. He deserves a push, and he just does not get it, and I don't know why. I get maybe sometimes not as good in the ring, but he is, and I really do mean this, so great on the mic, better than a lot of people on the mic, and I think he deserves all that he's getting into this main event push. Now, does it actually become something with the title or something? I don't know, but he deserves it all in my opinion. LA Knight here's at number 5. Number 4 is Ilya Dragunov. I almost debated on putting LA Knight in tier 2, but I do like seeing him win. Top 4 is like a 1A tier in my opinion, because I think Ilya Dragunov, if you've seen this, if you've been on the channel, I have been an Ilya Dragunov fan. The minute I started making WWE content, I've been huge in Ilya Dragunov. I remember watching the Ilya Dragunov and Walter fight in NXT UK. I watched that fight multiple times in my lifetime. Ilya Dragunov is a dog, and I just hope to God when he comes back he gets a crazy push. Is it an IC push? Is it a main title push? I don't know, but I think you can tell from my predictions and how I really value Ilya Dragunov. I love the guy. Now, I'm very worried his selling is too good, where you're going to have like a Dolph Ziggler, Carmella Hayes recently, and Chad Gable-esque, which also I need to say, Carmella Hayes was like 11th on this list, so sorry to knock you off, buddy. But Ilya Dragunov is someone I really love. I love watching him in NXT. I just hope they do him justice when he comes back. I'm very scared they're not going to. At number 3, I just realized I said number 4 again. At number 3, though, this is 3. Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is, maybe it's because, you've seen him since 20 years ago, watching the SummerSlams custody match. I don't know if it's because when he came off, he was just nothing, and now he's this legitimate dirty villain that everyone just loves. Dominic Mysterio is a Mysterio, and he is the son of a Hall of Famer, and he is a dirty human, and I love it. I love his character work. I love him as an individual. I think why I connect with Dominic Mysterio is I feel like he really is, like, even outside WWE, super funny. Seeing a lot of clips of him outside WWE. He's just like an actual nice person outside, but his work and what he does and keeps kayfabe alive is so hilarious. I just think he's a great young kid that's going to probably, and I say kid like he's not way older than me, but he's going to be someone that is going to rise in WWE, and I think his selling, his work ethic. I mean, I've seen interviews him talking about the days where he used to fly. He did Raw, he did NXT, he would go to SmackDown, he would do live shows all in 1 week. It's a crazy thing. Dominic Mysterio, definitely top 3 for me. Number 2 is Seth Rollins. I have watched all the WWE playlist, all of the compilations, everything of Seth Rollins' career multiple times. When I'm editing, when I'm making videos, planning videos, watching the career of Seth Rollins, it's just like a movie. It really is. And I think the inaugural NXT champion is, by God, amazing. Seth Rollins, I have said this before on this channel, even before this cash-in recently. Also, these lists were made before SummerSlam. I have said this nonstop, but Seth Rollins should be considered one of the greatest of all time in our generation, like the new generation. You look at the cash-ins, the Money in the Bank briefcase. You look at the Shield work. You look at him carrying the World Heavyweight Championship, the new one, being that workhorse. You see what he's doing with the Vision. You're seeing everything with Seth Rollins. He truly is like one of the most reliable wrestlers. And I think morally he's a good person too, which I think connects me with him a little bit more too. I just think Seth Rollins deserves more, truthfully more, what's the word I'm looking for? He needs to be recognized more. I mean, basically what I'm saying, because Seth Rollins, to me, future producer probably of WWE, and is going to keep carrying this company, and I think deserves it a lot. Number 1 is Jacob Fatu. I was a huge Jacob Fatu fan, if you knew, before he even came with WWE. With his insane moonsaults, with him working in GCW, he looked insane. And I think Jacob Fatu is funny. Jacob Fatu is hilarious. I know he's had some jail problems, and has an insane amount of kids, but he is a genuinely funny and nice person. I think it's taught him over the years. I think Jacob Fatu is a superstar and will be a future WrestleMania main eventer. And I will be behind Jacob Fatu all the way. Anytime there's a Jacob Fatu match, I will be there. And he is my number 1 favorite wrestler, and he's probably been there. He's been in my top 3 probably since he debuted. Top 2 maybe, because technically I couldn't put him number 1 if he's not in WWE. Probably switched to number 1 probably after the Money in the Bank match, I would say. Maybe a little bit after that, or before that. But that's where I would probably put Jacob Fatu. And then Seth Rollins, loved his babyface work before, but he's been naturally a heel, and his heel work has been extraordinary. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know your favorite wrestlers. Again, it's all opinionated. I could have different ones than you, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.